Hey guys, it's Melanie Hines, your fastest Iraqi dinar somewhere on the net. I'm here with my dogs. They're playing in the background. You might be able to see them. There you go. There's Macy. Tuck just left the room. Guys, we just had a great live stream and the Zoom is today. So I'm doing this quickly so I can go see my horses. Guys, I need to hug my horse. I've been hugging my puppies now. I need my horse. It's a beautiful day. What's your weather like? Comment down below. What's your weather? Everybody's got weather. Comment down below. We're all connected, that we're all human. I hope you will subscribe, tap the bell to this human. I work really hard. I've got over 13,000 videos, 42 million views, I think, or 43 million views. You can go check my stats. I've been here since 2019. I work harder than anybody else. And I got sparkly tights on today because it's the best season of our lives. If you believe the best is truly yet to come, please subscribe, tap the bell here. So we did have breaking news out of Iraq. I give you the breaking news every day. The articles out of Iraq. Our military still are over there. They are embedded with the Kurdistan people. And they're doing their jobs as the Army Rangers do. And we've got unique intel sources from the ground in Iraq that's taught us a lot over the years. And the Iraq central banking system has been audited, it's approved, it's ready. It was the banks in the U.S. that needed to be ready. That's what's been going on. Everything is in place now, though. I read some comments that they're hearing that the rate has gone from the Forex letter that I talked exclusively about on yesterday's summary, that it's been changed from $4.81 to like $9 on the front screens, and it's been moved to the front screen. So we wait. I know it's not easy to wait, but while we wait, you can have some fun with us. We do margaritas and manifestations a couple times a week. My next one's going to be Wednesday night at 5 p.m. So join us Eastern time. I'm also live every morning at 9. Join us. You can ask me a question. I go live every morning at 9. Subscribing is free. Tapping the bell is free, but you need to tap the bell because I have all kinds of content here. So you can, if you want some fun. So here's the article. Iraq is among the top 3 OPEC producers under the May 2026 quotas. So they are already saying what's going to happen in May. What date is it? It's April, right? So it says Iraq is set to produce 4.326 million barrels per day in May 2026, ranking 3rd among OPEC producers under the Alliance approved output quotas. The Alliance approved output quotas. Again, there's always a plan, guys. We'll talk about that on the Zoom. For those who are participating in the Zoom, you at least have to be a Miracle Manifestation member. I think it's like $24.99 a month plus taxes, but I'm $250 an hour, and I go live every Monday at 11. So I don't know, you tell me if that's worth it. And there's over hundreds of hours of Zooms that you can figure out everything for one, anyways, do it for a month. God promises you 100-fold. Amen. The next article, Iraq SOMO urges faster crude loading schedules after the Hormuz transit exemption. They've exempted Iraq from the Hormuz restrictions. It says Iraq's SOMO has asked its customers to submit crude oil loading schedules within 24 hours after Iran exempted Iraq from transit restrictions through the state of Hormuz. Why are they letting Iraq go? Because Iraq is very powerful. They are a very wealthy country. It's just their currency doesn't reflect it. Iraq ships 6.4 million of crude barrels to the U.S. in March. Let me show you how much they love the U.S. for setting them free all those years ago. Look, they have a big flag on their whatever you call that place where they pump the oil out of the ground. The next article, oil surges as U.S.-Israeli war on Iran pressures supply. Oil is surging and the people that hold the oil stocks are happy. All the wealthy, guys, supposedly only 8% of the people hold 94% of the equities in this country, meaning they are invested in the stock market. Where do you fall in that? If not, you need to subscribe, tap the bell. I'll help you with your finances so you can get out of debt, get a tax strategy, make the taxes work for you instead of against you. You're not a victim of the tax system if you're part of my channel. You should be subscribing and tapping the bell. So this is a digital dinar. I wanted to show it to you. It's on Handle Forex on Coinbase. You see the value of the digital dinar? It's 131. It's a stable coin. It's not compared to the US dollar. The US stable coins are $1. Or equivalent to $1, but the Iraqi dinar is 131, implying it is greater than other stablecoins. What does that mean to you? I don't know. What do you think that means? It means Iraq's system is run by a stablecoin. That's why Iraq's system is about to be the #1 currency in the flippin' world. Do you believe that? I believe that. And a lot of other people believe that. So let's go see what all these other people say as of this morning, Monday, April 6th. Mark Z. Article, Iraq desperately needs to form a government in the 2026 budget to secure salaries. They have been using temporary funding without their oil and need to get their government sat. They are expected between now and April 11th to seat the president and within days, the prime minister. What do you think? Comment down below. Bruce, I can't tell you for sure. We had rates on the screens a couple days ago. We had some new rates on the screens. Everything's looking good on all your currencies. So we're waiting for a lot of cool stuff to happen this month and maybe even the first part of this week. What do you think? If you believe faith is a mustard seed moves a mountain, then you should be subscribing and tapping the bell, because I want everybody that has faith or believes in their power of law of attraction, whatever you believe. If you believe that this is done, or you want to learn how to believe that this is done, please subscribe, tap the bell so we can pull this in together. Mountain Goat, it seems we could see some movement for the completion of the Iraqi election in April and the U.S. and Israeli ending this military action against Iran. April and May could be interesting months to watch. We know the CBI has told us that they fully intend to move on down the road on the currency reform, but the elections and Iranian conflict is holding them back. Remember that Iraq needs a high level of stability and security to reinstate. Now, that's what Mountain Goat says. What do you think? Guru Steve, we might not have to wait for the dust to settle with the war in Iran. The revaluation might happen in the midst of the chaos. When everybody's looking over there, this is happening behind the scenes with Iraq. That very well could be the play here. I believe we are very close to seeing the fruition of the dinar come forth. I'm not saying it's going to happen this month, but I think we are on a good track to see some major improvement. We're watching it unfold right before our eyes. Intel Guru, Reset Intelligence. That's a new provider here on this summary. Iran just exempted Iraq from every restriction on the Strait of Hormuz. I know, I just did the article. 5 nations got passage rights: China, Russia, India, Pakistan, and Iraq. 4 of them are allies. Iraq is the only one that shares a border with Iran while hosting the coalition actively bombing it. The country providing the staging ground for the airstrikes against Iran just received a free shipping lane from the country being struck. Iran called Iraq brotherly while bombing Kuwait and Bahrain. What do you think? Comment down below. Claire, a positive appearance on exchange rate stability reflects the strength of reserves and the flow of goods. The financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mohammed Salih, confirmed on Saturday that the stability of exchange rates in the local market reflects positive indicators, while pointing out that the strength of reserves and the accumulation of commodity stock contributed to reducing the fluctuations of the parallel market. Militiaman, Iraq's political process remains a deliberate holding pattern. The presidential vote has been positioned again, with the next scheduled session now for April 11th. The government formation is still stalled in the caretaker phase under the Prime Minister Soudani with no, I wanted you to be able to see the dogs, with no, it kind of relieves your blood pressure, doesn't it? The government formation is stalled in the caretaker phase under the Prime Minister Soudani with no meaningful progress on naming a new prime minister or cabinet since November 25 elections. At the same time, strong U.S. opposition to Maliki returning as a prime minister has created friction. The system remains stable. There is no immediate crisis forcing a rush deal. Steady and deliberate is the current approach. Funlu. Many gurus, Funlu, the wet blanket, I always say, but I give you all opinions. Many gurus insist Trump is driving the revaluation. There is something nobody has bothered to mention. Yet that is a tell. Trump instituted a project called the Abraham Accords. This is a coalition to replace NATO. This new coalition consists of Israel, UAE, Bahrain, Morocco, and Sudan. The main members are the UAE, Bahrain, Morocco, and Israel. Do you notice any conspicuously missing from the list? Yes, Iraq. Iraq is merely a peripheral consideration in Trump's mind because they are a troubled nation. When they get it together, I'm sure they will be included, but they're not ready for membership or a valid tradable currency yet. The pseudo-economists want to connect every little action, no matter how irrelevant, to the pending RV, but wishful thinking will not get the job done. Only sound economic markers count, and Iraq is not counted in the mix yet. That's their opinion. What is yours? Your opinion matters. Why? Because you will become the way you think. If you think you're wealthy, you will become wealthy. It's called the science of getting rich. We're going to talk about it on the Zoom. We talk about how to change your mindset on my Zoom exclusively lately because we want to pull this in. Amen. Your mind plays an important part. Maybe you don't know that. Steve goes, I think a lot of this is theater. I think there's a lot going on that doesn't meet the eye. The normal media or your average person's, this war looks like it's kind of going to go on for a while, but I think Trump knows what he's doing. I think, this is Steve, I think Trump is a genius. I think he's very smart. If you're invested in the Iraqi dinar, he is the guy that needed to be put into power to help bring it forth. If you think Biden or Harris would have gotten us closer to the dinar revaluation, then honestly, I think you are not that wise. That was a really nice way of saying that. I love you guys. I hope you will join us. We're a happy, positive family. I have puppies. I'm always happy because I have puppies. Amen. If you need more happiness, maybe think of rescuing a dog. You can get one. Just go look at or just go to a volunteer at they need volunteers at a humane society. Right? And maybe you'll meet the dog of your dreams and bring him home, and then also have something to cuddle when my ear is ringing. So that means something's up in the collective. I believe that's a sign that this is coming. Something is shifting. I can feel it. Do you feel it? Breakthrough this morning, how not to worry. God gave me a breakthrough this morning. Go to my live and hear that. That was towards the end. I love you all. Bye. See y'all on the Zoom.